Camping is a very exciting and fun activity, but if you really do it right. So, let me tell you about 5 things that you should think about before you go camping for the first time. Hi, I'm Julia, and today I would like to speak about camping. Maybe because I just came back from a camping holiday, or maybe because I just really love this activity. But as many things in the world, camping has both positive and negative sides. And today I would like to speak a little bit about the negative. Why? Not because I want to say bad things about camping, but because you should be prepared, especially if you're thinking about doing it for the first time. Let's begin. The first thing you need to think about is comfort. Going camping is not like going to a 5-star hotel. It's even not like going to a 3-star hotel because you're going to have very little comfort. You're going to sleep in a tent. You will have to cook your food on fire, on open fire. You're not going to have a shower or a bath with warm water to enjoy yourself after a stressful day. Not really. And even the toilet will probably be just somewhere in the forest. And of course, these things are compensated by beautiful nature, fresh air, some, I don't know, berries that you can pick or fish that you can catch. But people who are not prepared to live without some comfort can be really disappointed by camping. Of course, this is kind of a joke, but to be honest, the tent is not really the most comfortable place in the world. And there are things you need to be ready for. I personally really love tents. I like living in a tent, I like sleeping there, and I usually enjoy myself when camping, but there are some things you need to be prepared for. For example, the temperature. Depending on where you go camping, it can be quite cold at night, so you should pack extra warm clothes because sleeping when you're cold, ironically, not cool. But in the morning, when the sun starts shining, it can get actually really hot. Even if outside is not hot, the tent can be warmed by the sun and you feel like you're baking or boiling, and sometimes you have to get up earlier than you want to just because of the temperature. So just think about it. Be ready to put on warm clothes before you go to sleep and to take them off early in the morning. Thing number 3 is insects. Even if you are not afraid of them, they can be pretty annoying, and depending on where you go, like the south or the north, depending on the country, there can actually be dangerous insects. So again, before you go camping, it's probably a good idea to ask people or maybe read about it online which insects you can find in this area. Are they dangerous? How should you protect yourself against them? And so on. And after you find out this information, take the necessary insect repellent or maybe medicine, like for example, if you're allergic to some insect bites, then it's a good idea to take your allergy medicine. I can't say that I'm afraid of insects, but we usually go camping to the northern parts of our country, and there are quite a lot of mosquitoes. We don't have mosquitoes that carry malaria here, so they are not that dangerous. But if you have clouds of mosquitoes around you and they all want to eat your flesh and drink your blood, whatever, like vampires, it's not fun. They're not so painful, but really, really annoying. So think about taking insect repellent with you if there are insects where you go camping. Packing is super important when you go camping, especially if you go somewhere far, as I say, from civilization. Because I think it's even more important than during usual tourist trips. Because, first of all, in most camping places, you will not have an opportunity to go to a shop and buy something you didn't pack. For example, if you just go on a tour in some big city, there are shops, there are pharmacies, so if you forgot something, if you left something at home, you can buy it. You will spend extra money, but you can buy it. When you go camping, you are in a tent in a wild forest, and usually there are kilometers or miles between you and the nearest place where people live. So if you forgot to pack warm clothes or again some medicine that you need, this is like very, very important. If you take medicine, don't forget to pack it if you go camping. So you should think very carefully about what you pack, because I repeat myself, but it's important. If you forget something, you will not be able to buy it. But on the other hand, there is another aspect. If you take a lot of things with you, like warm clothes just in case, lots of different types of shoes, food, whatever, your backpack will be very, very heavy. So, again, think about it. It depends on your camping trip. If you are just staying in a tent at a beautiful lake, then it's not a very big problem. But if it's a hiking trip and you have to go on foot a lot, then a heavy backpack will make you tired very, very quickly. So on the one hand, think very carefully, pack all the necessary things. On the other hand, again, think very, very carefully, double carefully, and don't take anything that's not really necessary. Yes, this is the final point, and I think that's also quite important. It's important who you go camping with, because camping situation is really very different from living in the city. So you can actually see some surprising character features of people that you don't see in the city. Someone who is quite good at living in the city may be actually unable to function during a camping trip, and you have to help them a lot and take care of them as a child. I saw that happening with grown-up people, normal people who live normal lives in the city, but they have real problems while camping. So you should be prepared to learn new things about your friends and relatives if you go camping with them. And I should say, be a little bit more accepting, because camping, depending on the situation, that's one of my favorite phrases, camping, depending on the situation, can be quite stressful. And during stress, people behave differently from comfortable situations. So again, I'll repeat, you may learn some new things about people that you go camping with. But it's not a negative thing. You can learn new and exciting things about them, like new talents or something like that. But just be prepared for it. So these were 5 things you need to think about before you go camping, if you are going camping for the first time. I'm sure that if you are an experienced camper, maybe more experienced than me, you know all that, or maybe you have a different opinion about that. If you do, write about it in the comments, we can discuss that. But if you are a first-time camper, think about them carefully, because If you prepare well, you can save yourself some stress and some trouble. So, if you go camping, if you're planning to go camping, I wish you a lot of fun and good luck. As for this video, that's the end. I hope you enjoyed it and it was good practice. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to my channel for more videos on different topics, but good for listening practice. And that's it for today. I'll see you around in my future videos. Bye bye.